Hey guys, welcome back to Story Time. Gryphon with you here. I'm the bird behind the mouse pointer. This is Tumble. If you haven't met him before, he's our hero. Although, he's kind of retiring a bit. Because he's done a lot of everything. He's kicked the universe in the ass. He's slayed beasts and he's gotten artifacts and he's gone through hell and back, and he has earned a nice rest, and so he decided he wanted to be a landlord. He wanted to be mayor of a town that he builds. The only problem was he just discovered in the last video that he's really crappy at building houses. But he's gonna try anyway. That's one of the things that you kind of need to, know about yourself before you build a town, is whether or not you can build a house. We are going to grab ourselves some food. I think we're out. Yep, we're out. I want all meat today. I'm in the mood for meat. Well, and bread. Bread too. Oh, more meat. And some tomato. I'm sorry, I can't help it. I love tomatoes. And more bread. I love bread too. Especially when it's mushroom bread. Just cook up the chicken here. Cook up the steak. There we go. All nice fresh. Now we have noms. And I found that it's a lot easier to just beam over here rather than walking across the whole garden. I have a garden big enough that I need to beam across it. So here's the house that Tumble has built. And it's pretty simple, kind of stylish. But from what I read in the book, I need to actually have some furniture in here. I need to have a bed and a light and some stuff. So we're gonna decorate. I mean, it's not that terrible of a house. It could be better, but it's okay. But we just put this painting right there. And let's give him a desk. Yeah. A desk, a place where they can work. Who knows what they do? Maybe they're a YouTuber. I don't know. They might need a desk with a chair. So we're gonna put a chair here too. Whoops. Oh, no. There we go. What else can we put in here? We could put a refrigerator in there. Nah, I don't want to do that. I want to save this. We do need a bed though. Gotta have a bed up here. Boink. And we need a light source or 2 or 5. Is there any... Can I put... No. Darn. Oh, I can put it on the wall. Oh, that works. That works really well. So, boom. And, put one up here. And one over here. Is that good enough? Maybe, I don't know. So, the next thing we have to do, once this is all set up and... Well, let's see. Surely there's more we can put in here. Nah, not really. One thing I can see us having to do is actually having to go and find more planets and more places to raid just to get different furniture and stuff. So we may do that. We may look around, find some large fortress or castle to raid, so we can get other furniture to put in the houses that we're building here. So let's go over to... No, we need to go to the outpost. Yes! And we apparently have to buy a deed. And what happens when we buy a deed is we put the deed in the house, and eventually someone will apparently come and move in. And I think we get that from here. Oh, and we can also buy, like, all kinds of... Like, look at this triple lamppost. Like, these are cool. Colony deed. Oh, wow. Let's see. Place in an enclosed building with at least one door and light source, and someone will move in. Okay. Let me buy that. How much money do I have on me? Oh god, not much. That's okay. We've got tons of money in voxels back at the house, so we're good. So off we go. And we're gonna go back to Berdania. Yeah. Now, this deed... Where's the deed? Oh, there it is. Okay. Let's... Oh, we hang it on the wall. Okay, let's just hang this on the wall. And... Whoa! That was fast! That was way fast. What are you, a high lottie? Oh, and you're a merchant. You're a high lottie merchant. First thing that moves in is a merchant. That's awesome. What do you sell? Fireworks and... Oh, wow. That's cool, dude. And I could sell things to you as well. That's awesome. Oh, cool. So the townhouse has its first merchant. I know that I have streetlights somewhere. Let me go back to the house and look. Oops, not this house. Sorry about that. This is your place now. What is this? What can I get for you? No, I'm fine. As long as you pay rent. All right. Let's go. Aha, I found you. I knew I had a bunch of lamps in here. All right. These are, oh shit, I gotta gonna beam back. Gonna beam back across my garden. I wanna have... Oh, hi, dude. Oh, nothing. I'm fine. I just wanna know... Okay, you're happy. Is that a... There's a happy face on your thing, so that... This is apparently supposed to be an indicator... Wow. About... Are you just playing with the teleporters? This is supposed to be a indicator of how your tenant feels. And apparently, that looks happy to me. So in between every house, I want a lamp. But I'm thinking, do I also want this to be, like, paved? Do I want it to be a sidewalk? And you know what I think I do? And I think I have enough of this stuff. Hard cobblestone. Yeah, I'll just use cobblestone. Because it's easy to get and it's everywhere, and if I run out, I can get more. So, just tear this down. Just gonna go up to here. And I'm just gonna build... Oh, give me the dirt. I'm just gonna build ourselves a little walkway here. How's that? Make it a bit nicer in Berdania, right? See, look at that. Looky there. That's awesome. I'm so good to my tenants. Tumble is just awesome. He cares. Tumble really does care. I mean, he cares about a lot of things. He does care about money. I will admit. He cares about money. But that's not all he cares about. He also cares about killing things. He also cares about pilfering and stealing things. But that's not all he cares about. Seriously, it's not. All right. He does care about people too. In pain? Huh? What? Why did it say he was in pain? I don't... That... I thought it said he was in pain. I don't know. However, we're going to make another house now. And while we're making another house, I'm going to tell you a story. And this is going to be probably a horrendous house. And I apologize for that. I really, really do. What do we have here? Rubble. Oof. I may need to make more stone... cobblestone bricks. I'm gonna make this house in a different style completely. We're just gonna make a different style altogether. So, I gotta tell you guys, I mean, as a fan of video games, and I am, obviously, always been a huge fan of video games. Even from the time that I was a little kid. And oh boy, we need doors on this, but I can't remember how high they go. Is it this? Oh, I can't do that. Arg! I gotta cut a hole, so I'm gonna have to do this. How about right there? And across. And down here. That's not, that's too much. I started getting into the into video games when I was 7 years old. 5 actually. That's when I played my first video game. And I fell in love with it. I couldn't stop playing them. I was absolutely hooked from the very first. But, oops. It was often, at times, it was hard for me to play video games. I mean, I tried my best. I had my Atari. I had my home console, right? And eventually I had a TI-99 computer that played video games. However, when I was first growing up, I was growing up in very small towns. They weren't very big at all. And when I was first learning video gaming, I was in a town called Afton, Oklahoma, which had about 900 people in it at the time. It was a nothing town. I'll show you a picture of it here. And you're gonna look at this and say, well, where's the rest of it? That's it. That's all there was. There wasn't anything else. I mean, there was a few streets that went off and had houses. But that was it. That was all there was. Like, I mean, now, can you imagine living in a town where that's all there is and being a video game fan in the 80s? It was not easy. Video games were not a thing that was just easy back then. So there was there were 2 gas stations in town. And what do you guys think of this so far? Is this okay? Good enough? I need a light source. How about I put one of these bright ones in there? Or maybe even a couple of them. I'm gonna put a couple of these. There we go. It's nice and lit. Because I like things lit. My channel is lit, bitch! Alright. We're gonna have a... Oh wait, what if you can't get over it? I need to make another door. I need to make another door right here. Just because he may not be able to jump over the house. It's not going to do him any good if he can't get to the teleporter, right? Bonk. Okay, 2 doors, now you can get out. So, we had 2 gas stations. And each one of them, this was at the dawn of the convenience store era, when gas stations started stocking snacks and cigarettes and things to sell you. And both of our gas stations had video games. One of them had 2 video games. The other one had 1. Oh, I need a bed. Crap. Gotta go back to the house. So, that was 3 video games. Luckily, there was that. And stand-up video games, arcade games, were much better at the time than anything any home console could do. And that was just a fact. There was just no other way to do it. You know, stand-up video games were much better. Well, where the hell are my beds? I know I have beds. I know. There they are. I knew I had beds somewhere. I knew it. I got plenty of beds. And even though I don't have to have a bed in the house for someone to move in, wait a minute. I'm gonna have to purchase another deed. So while I'm here, yeah, let's just grab one of these. And, let's just turn it back into what it's supposed to be. How many? Yep. 5,000. Great. All right. We got plenty of money now to buy deeds. Oh, right. I'm not going to walk through the garden again. Not yet. So, we're in this town, and I showed you the picture of that. That's you know, all it was. That is entirely what there was in that town, other than some houses scattered around. So, you know, video games for me, it depended on, you know, what video games actually got put in the convenience stores. And sometimes they did change. They would change and become different. And when there was, oh god, that was a big affair for me. When there was a new video game that popped in at one of the 2 convenience stores in town. Oh my god, new video game, can you believe it? And that was you know, my passion for however long time. However, here, one day, in this town of very, very few people, one day I got news, I got word that an arcade had opened up. Now, can you believe that? It's the 80s. Of course, video games are booming at the time, but an arcade gets opened up in a town of 900 people? Really? Are you kidding me? So, I seek out this arcade, and I find it, and it was in a guy's house, and I actually went, most of the, you saw the buildings before. I don't know why I'm here. And when I was living there, most of those buildings, those old buildings, well, there were some of them that were empty and abandoned, but there were some of them that still had businesses in them. Now, at this point, they're all abandoned. Afton is practically a ghost town at this point. So, yeah, if you ever go through, in fact, there are urban explorers. I've seen videos from urban explorers going through Afton and rummaging through the wreckage of what was once a town. That's how, you know, over that town is urban explorers are going through it. Is this going to be as fast as the other one? Or was that just a fluke? Put it here. Wow! Another Highlighty. Another, and also another merchant. I'm gonna have a town full of merchants. This is gonna be awesome. What do you have to sell, dude? Whoa, come back here. You gonna sell stuff or not? Come here. Stop! Let's see. Whoa, what's a puddle crest guard? Jesus. He has some stuff that... Oh, he has fish! Holy shit, he has a bowling pin. I could buy a fucking bowling pin. That's what I've always wanted. Tumble has always wanted a fucking bowling pin. I mean, the only reason he's saving the universe is to get a reward of a bowling pin. What's a Colix Oshie? What the fuck? What is this? Oh, it's a weapon. Nah, it's a crappy weapon. But he's got some stuff. That's pretty cool. All right, dude. Welcome to town. That's pretty awesome. So, this arcade in this dead town was opened up in just a guy's house. That's all it was. It was just a dude's house. He actually kind of roped off his, well, he didn't rope it off. He had a bedroom and a kitchen. And that's pretty much where he stayed. He lived. You know what? I'm deciding that I'm gonna make this some kind of apartment building. Yeah, it's gonna be big. So, we didn't get to see the rest of his house because he kept that locked off. But he took his living room and another bedroom that he had, and he tore down the walls, and he simply filled it with arcade machines. Now, I actually went out and I thank goodness for Google Earth. Oops, hang on. There we go. I Google Earthed this area. Why are you not? Oh, because why are you not? Oh, that's why. And I Google Earthed it, and I did the street view thing, and I found the house. I found that old arcade, and this is what it was. This is the house. I don't know. I doubt very seriously that it's still an arcade, or even that the same guy still lives there. But that was the place that Carl's Arcade was in. And it was, I hate to use the word blessing, but to me it was. It was such a blessing to me. There was, he probably had 12 arcade machines at a time. And he would change them out, like nearly on a monthly basis. So new games would come in. And it was so amazing to be able to have an arcade that I could walk to. That I could just go and, you know, with I got $5 and I could spend an entire afternoon. Now, back then, of course, you had, you know, kids outside, you know, 13, 14, 15 years old. They were standing outside the building, smoking cigarettes, drinking a beer. They're not supposed to do that. It was kind of a rough place, you know. I mean, as far as, you know, the social aspect was concerned, it was, you know, it kind of seemed like a place that, yeah, it was for tough kids. But, to be very honest, I didn't care. I didn't care about any of that. I just wanted to play the video games. Thinking back on it, the guy was probably a pedophile. Carl, he was this old, pedo-looking dude. And, I mean, this may have just been a way for him to, you know, how can I attract little kids to my house? I'll make an arcade out of it. It kind of seemed like that may have been a thing. I don't know. But either way, he, every now and then, he'd give you extra quarters. Just for, you know, if you came in a lot, you know, you had to go to him. Because he made the change. And you give him $1 or whatever, he'd give you the quarters. And sometimes he'd he'd just give you an extra few quarters. Because, well, I, at the time, thought that he's probably doing this because he's trying to be nice to his loyal customers. In reality, he's probably just trying to keep kids around because he was a pedo. I'm thinking that. That's what I'm thinking. At this point in my life, I don't know. I'm gonna need more stairs, motherfucker. But either way, that was my first regular arcade. That was the first arcade that I went to regularly in this tiny little town that no one expected ever to have. You know, an arcade? What? In Afton? But he had some of the most popular video games that were out there, and he maintained the games, and I went there quite often, made some friends, and it was one of the first places that I can say I actually had a good time. I actually really learned to play video games in Carl's arcade. I really did. Let me check. You know what? You know what? We don't have to do it this way. We can... I know this is going to be totally inconsistent and stupid, but we can just, you know, put a platform here. We can just go boog it. Right? There we go. This is such a horrible building I'm making. It's terrible. Oh, Tumble, where did you get your architecture education? It's not working for you, man. But I guess I wanted to point that out because as seedy as it was, and it was very seedy, we got an arcade in... No, why am I doing that? We got an arcade in our tiny little town that, you know, as a very early video game fan... Shit. I hit the wrong key. It was my sanctuary for the longest time. And I can't forget that. I can't... You know, it was something that was special to me. This stupid little arcade that was in a house. And it was, honestly, I don't know, without that arcade, I may have actually, I don't know, my love for video games may have actually fizzled and died. Because there was really no other place to go. Anyway, guys, I'll tell you what. I'm gonna go over back to the house. I don't know if I can put more than one deed in a place, but I'm gonna try. Because this building, I want to put at least a few people in it. This is a small town, and it looks like I may actually have to expand if I'm gonna have an actual town. So we will see. Let's go home. You know what, Tumble? God damn it, dude. This is Tumble. He is a bird. He built a house. How absurd. Tumble is... he's gonna sit down and go... because he built like one house and most of a building today. He's had a hard day. So he's gonna just chill. And you know what? I'm gonna chill. I'd like some food. You know what? I normally order pizza, but I think today I actually want to go out and get a good steak. Wow, whoa. Hang on a minute. We did all that. Oh no! I hate it when food goes bad. That's not cool. All right, let's eat a steak. Another steak. And some mushroom bread. You. All right, you know what? I'm putting the rest of the stuff back in the fridge. This stuff goes bad so quickly. There we go. Let's preserve that stuff. So, guys, next video, we're probably gonna move some people in, build a little bit more house, decorate some more stuff, and we're gonna see what else that we can do in this game. But you know, I'm gonna be honest with you. I know it's gonna be hard to say goodbye to Tumble, and it's gonna be hard for me to say goodbye to Tumble, but our adventures here they're coming close to an end, and I hope that once they do, you'll remember Tumble fondly, and it'll have a good place in your heart. You know, I'm hoping that 10 years from now, some of you guys will come to me and say, dude, you remember Tumble? And I'll be like, yeah, I remember Tumble, man. He was cool. But it's going to be hard to say goodbye, but it's going to have to happen. So get ready for it. The next few episodes, we're going to have to say goodbye to Tumble and move on. So for now, guys, thank you for spending this time with me today. And I do hope and wish that you're having a wonderful day. And I will see you guys again next story time. And until then, take care.